Hi guys, it's Monday, so we're back onto the Gorkamorka, so let's have a look at what I've been on with. Okay, so here are the trucks. This one you'll remember from before, and this is the one I've been working on. So I've actually started weathering this one up. As you can see, I haven't done as an extreme job as I did on this one, which featured in my how not to weather models video. As you can see, it's just extreme desert, and I don't know, people were a bit hit and miss as to whether that looked right or not. Now with the new one, I've taken a little bit more of a subtle approach, but first, before I show you that, I'm just going to basically show you how I do it. So I use these weathering powders from Humbrol. A bit of white to brighten or lighten the sand, there's the sand colour, and a little bit of brown to just bring it down slightly from that yellowy colour. What we end up with is a colour like this here. Now the water that's in here is a hairspray, so I just get the hairspray, my wife's, spray it into the container, and you end up with the stuff sort of condensing on the side of the container. Oh, the smell that comes from that! And then I added a bit of water to it, and that gives you this sort of suspense, or suspended solution, as it were. Now, the reason I use hairspray instead of varnish or anything like that is because I like the idea of being able to work with it after it's been put on. So if you were to use varnish or something like that, it sort of sets solid, whereas if you use hairspray, while it sets nice and hard and doesn't rub off, you can add water to it and rework it afterwards. So here we are. As you can see, it's got the 4 buoys in it. The gunner. I'm just going to take these guys off. I can show you guys this. This is one of the old guns, so I'll just remove that. As you can see, I've gone all inside there. I probably need to tidy up the sort of tide line that I've got going on around the edges here, just to make that look better. But everywhere you'd expect to see it sort of sprayed up from the wheels, all the dust I've put on. So we've got quite a bit on the bottom here, a lot on the wheels, and because you're using it as a wash, it sort of settles into all the recesses, which is what you want it to do, because that's basically where grime accumulates, in all the recesses. Also did a little bit of brushing to make it look like sort of the wind has blown some of it off there as well. Put a fair bit on the top. I haven't put any paint on the bulbs on there, something I need to do. So that's the top. The bottom, more the same, just went with basically streaking it lengthways to make it look like the sand and rocks and things had hit it. A little bit more on the back there. And yeah, I'm much happier with how this one's come out than how that one went, just simply because this one doesn't look like someone's painted orange paint on it to do the, I think it's orange anyway, sand is orange, right? To do the sand effects. I mean, it's everywhere, it's on all these bits here, it's all over the bottom there. See if I can get that up there. Just adds a really nice effect, makes it adds some colour to it, to be honest, because if you saw my last video where I hadn't painted this, it looked very monochrome, even with the blue on it. The whole thing just sort of looked black and grey and very uncolourful, which is not what I was going for with these. And just simply adding this stuff adds so much colour to the model and really starts making it look, in my opinion, awesome. So I am really chuffed with the way that came out. So that's 2 trucks done. Next up is the buggy, this little fella here, which is completely washed out by the camera because it's bright white. Just take that gun off. So this is going to be next. We're working on that, and we're putting a jet engine on the back there. Might be doing some work to these railing system on the top there, which is where the gunner sits. There's a little bit of work that needs doing to the bottom of it for the steering column, and also for the drivetrain, which will go between the back of the engine, this bit here, and of course the back axle, which pushes it along. And then I can probably get away with painting that guy up as well. And then I'll have the 3 vehicles for my Ork mob, and then I guess potentially I'll move on to, in terms of actually things for my mob, maybe some bikes, maybe scratch build some bikes using some of these funky wheels on there. And then of course I've got all this stuff to work on. Now this has been PVA'd, so it's absolutely rock solid. All these bits here that look like they would flake off, don't. I can rub my finger across them, no problem at all. They're rock solid. So I need to take some chips out of these, which is something I forgot to do. As you can see, they're all clear, clean edged. So I need to sort of damage up all of these bits here, and then get the thing painted, which will be pretty cool. So there's that as well. There's also the other barricades from one of my old videos that need doing. And then we're well on our way. I can try and get some games in with all of this together, and hopefully it'll look absolutely awesome. Right then, I think that's all I wanted to show you guys. I guess there's nothing else to say other than thank you very much for watching. Follow me on all of these here. If you feel like helping out the channel, you can go to my Patreon down there. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Stay well, guys.